Hello, I'm Jacob and you are watching the Prepper's Bunker Outdoors. Today I'm going to talk to you about Kydex holsters. What to look for in a good one, what they are for, and who to get one from. Before I do that, I have finally updated this channel. We are up on Odyssey at the Prepper's Bunker Outdoors. So if you're watching this on YouTube, please migrate over to Odyssey. All of my content will be there, and I would vastly support your patronage and viewership over on Odyssey. Now, let's get started really quick. A holster needs to do two things, okay? One, hold your pistol when you need it to hold your pistol, and release your pistol when you need it to release your pistol. And two, be safe. Those are the most important things to focus on. Now, when I talk about holding your pistol when you need it to be held, what I mean is not your day-to-day life, okay? Everybody on the planet gets away with trash holsters in their day-to-day life because they don't do anything. If you don't do anything, it's not hard for your holster to keep your pistol in your pants. Pretty simple, right? However, we are carrying a firearm for our self-defense because we could potentially find ourselves in a situation where we have to defend our lives using force, and that could entail a lot of things that are a lot beyond our everyday life, right? And throughout that exchange, experience, whatever the case may be, you don't want your pistol coming out. Likewise, when you really need it, stop! You want it to be quickly and easily accessible. All right, so what is the right way to come in and out? Well, first off, a Kydex holster needs to have decent retention. What decent retention is for you might be different than what it is for me because of our body shapes, our firearms weights, how we carry, etc. But your pistol holster should click into the Kydex. You need to have an audible click that tells you that that pistol is locked in that Kydex. That's not necessarily so that in a fight you're like, I know my pistol is secure because I heard it. Because in a fight you might not always hear anything. You could have auditory exclusion from the adrenaline, or you could be in a very loud environment. Needing the click for when your pistol goes into the holster is because part of what that says is that the holster was made right. It should not just be a friction fit. It has something to do with how it's released as well. When you draw your pistol and you get past the amount of pressure that's needed to get your Kydex holster to unclick, there should be no more resistance. You don't want this gravelly, long, tight draw all the way out that's going to pull your pants up or whatever else, okay? And so that should be simple. So what are some things that you should be able to do with your holster without it moving into a completely different place, needing to be adjusted, or anything else? So, retention. All right, the second thing is safety. Your holster, if you get training, you will learn that your holster is your safety. Every time I go to classes, the people who pull out their gun, whip it out, and then hear nothing, and everyone else is shooting, and then they do this, and then the slide won't move, and then they start doing this, and this, and then they start looking around at everybody else, right? They're embarrassed, their face is beet red. Oh, their safety's on. They thought they took it off, but they didn't. I'm telling you guys, I can't count how many times I've seen this happen. And depending on your training, you could treat your firearm as if it were on safe, and it's not. Which, by the way, you should always treat every firearm as if it were not on safe, and if it were loaded with a round in the chamber. It's one of the 4 safety rules, right? So, the safety is your holster. Your holster needs to be Kydex. If your holster can roll and get caught in your trigger guard, it is dangerous. People shoot themselves all the time. People say it won't happen to me. They put their pistol in and boom, they shoot themselves in the ass cheek. Okay, so your Kydex holster is your safety. Nothing should be able to get into the trigger well with your pistol. And you know, people are like, oh, well, that's what safeties are for. Yeah, people still shoot themselves with their pistols that have a safety. Because their safety accidentally gets knocked off. They've got a piece of junk holster. They're fighting to get it in. Boom! Oh, I thought my safety was on. I'm bleeding. Somebody call 911. Okay, if you get into a gunfight with yourself and you shoot yourself, it still counts.
I won't become one of them!
Right? You lose. Okay. So that's over with. It needs to hold your pistol where it goes when you need it to. It needs to not hold your pistol where it goes when you don't need it to. And it needs to be safe. Let's do some add-ons. Soft loops. Use them. If it clips on, it clips off. I argued with James Yeager about this in person, went to class, drew my pistol, and there's a holster on it. Can't get to the trigger. It happens like a lot. The people in training who see students stressed from their training, which you shouldn't be stressed in your training, but it happens, make stupid mistakes, see clips fail all the time. The exception is Ulti-Clip. Ulti-Clips are fantastic. It is a mechanical lock, not just a simple clip. And I don't care how the clip is shaped. All right? If it's a clip, it's out. It's cheap for manufacturers. It's easy for manufacturers. People like it because it's easy to put on. It's easy to take off. They're taking advantage of you. IWB soft loops. It's the way to go. Okay, cost, guys. So this video is being done because of one of my supporters asked me for advice. Jake, is this holster good? I've never used it. I don't know. Is this brand good? I have no idea. But I can tell you from what I'm looking at here, and here, I would guess no. Well, who should I buy from? I buy from LES Concealment. LES Concealment has made the best holster that I've ever had. I absolutely freaking love it. I wear it on road trips. I wear it to the gym. I do squats. I do deadlifts. I sit in the car for 10 hours. Doesn't matter. Always wearing it. Fantastic piece of gear. But also NSR and Green Force Tactical. But Jake, all of those people are expensive. Look, you know what's expensive? The freaking 15 holsters that I bought to find out that I need to buy LES Concealment, Green Force Tactical, and NSR. And the guy who has motivated me to do this video has bought quite a few holsters, and they're not good. And the money that he has saved on one of them, he is now spending to ship that holster back to be adjusted. You're not saving money if the product doesn't work, and you have to buy another one. You're not saving any money. So, if this is your first holster, NSR, Green Force Tactical, LES Concealment. If this is your 5th holster, NSR, Green Force Tactical, LES Concealment. Having people that know what to look for in a holster is expensive. It requires experience. Having people that know how to properly mold and shape Kydex and how the retention should be and how good it will go in and how good it will come out and shaping it to your body, that's expensive. That takes time, work, experience. Not a lot of people have it. It's in high demand. That means that those people are really busy and they can only make so many holsters. That's expensive. Good Kydex costs more, but it will save you money. So, I'm sure I forgot a lot of stuff, but let me know what you think in the comments section below. I tell you what, I didn't get LAS concealment until I decided to get an appendix rig. This is a little extra bonus on this video that I wasn't going to talk about. I said I'm going to buy a really expensive one. I'm going to go all in because I need to carry appendix for my new job. Okay? And so I bought the LAS concealment, was blown away at how comfortable it was. I bought a smaller pistol also to appendix carry. My brother has a Glock 19X. Thicker, longer, heavier, and he decided to also buy an appendix from LAS. And I was like, look, I don't know if it's going to be comfortable because, you know, I know that mine is absolutely amazing. It's literally been life-changing. It literally has been life-changing. I went from carrying, and way long ago before training, a 1911 at the 4 o'clock to carrying a Glock 17 at the 4 o'clock to carrying a Glock 17 appendix. It's quite the evolution. I'm sorry, a Glock 48 appendix. But he bought it anyways, and I threw my 17 in it in his holster, and I was like, oh my gosh. It's comfortable and well concealed with a full-size fighting pistol. And look guys, I'm a skinny dude. Like, I do not have a lot going on around my body to hide stuff. You know, they talk about valleys and curves or peaks or whatever, and you want to hide your gun in your valleys and not in your peaks so they don't stick out. I don't have, everything's a peak here. I don't have valleys, right? I'm telling you, a good Kydex holster will conceal better, draw better, last longer. It's worth its weight in gold. It will save you money. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I hope to see you over on Odyssey. You can support this channel through my links in the description box below. My company, Beach and Tactical, and Exodus Knife and Tool. Freaking Patreon. Affiliate links with PSA and Brownells and social